These are your evening headlines for May 23rd, 2025, right here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Austin Pace. BYU-Idaho's Outdoor Activities Department takes students on adventures every week. Alex Batman went with a group to the Civil Defense Caves and has this story.
Couple things really quickly.
As we pour out of our travel vans and stand in front of the Civil Defense Caves, BYU-Idaho's Shannon McDougall, an outdoor activities trip leader, finishes up giving us instructions before we enter the cave.
The rocks in here are really sharp, so be careful touching walls. Please take it slow enough that you're not going to fall.
I'm one of about 30 students in this group who signed up to go with BYU-Idaho's outdoor activities. As we head into the entrance of the cave, the air gets noticeably cooler, making me grateful for the jacket I brought. Sage Folkman shares his thoughts as he entered the cave.
It's a huge cave. I haven't been in a cave that's this wide. I'm pretty excited to see how far down we can go.
Now, deeper in the cave, a few students tell me about their experience.
It's dark and wet.
I'm a fan, big fan. I think caves are cool.
So awesome. Fun, that's our first time.
Yeah, the sound
so
is like
peaceful.
dampening. It's interesting. Here in front, you can't hear behind you. It's kind of just those immediately around you.
After about a mile of walking and rock scrambling, we finally reach the end of the tunnel.
You all look like golf, and that's all I'm saying.
After we all get to the end of the cave, McDougall asks us to turn off our headlamps, leaving us in pitch black darkness.
And as we turn off the lights, just kind of enjoy the darkness and like sensing other senses. Smells, taste. Don't do taste, actually. Sorry.
She shares an uplifting thought, then leads most of the group back toward the middle of the cave to play a couple games of sardines, one of which I get to hide first. When the games are over and we've all made it out of the cave, I talk to a couple of students about the experience. Spencer Barrand relays his experience.
Oh, it was awesome. Like, genuinely, some of the most fun I've had since getting to campus.
Connor Richens says he hasn't been caving in a long time, but he wasn't nervous to go caving again.
It was real fun. It was very beautiful, actually.
Outdoor Activities does more than caving. They also take students on canoe rides, rafting, horseback riding, and more. Check out the activities on the I Belong app or at ibelong.byui.edu. For BYU Idaho Radio, I'm Alex Batman.
United Way of Eastern Idaho is a local nonprofit committed to helping those experiencing economic hardship. Based on the federal poverty level, in 2023, 10% of Idaho households live in poverty. This doesn't include 31% of the state's working poor who are not below the poverty line. Chris Wiersma, the CEO of United Way in Eastern Idaho, says they use a metric called ALICE, which stands for Asset Limited Income Constrained Employed Households.
We did a whole community assessment, and it came back that the greatest needs were, as you can probably imagine, access to mental health and healthcare in general, food insecurity for seniors and children, and also affordable housing and a living wage.
In the Idaho Falls warehouse, volunteers help pack meals, which Ariel Howell, the community impact manager, says are sent to local elementary through middle school students in need.
The counselors and the principals identify students who need additional help on the weekends. They don't have access to the lunchroom on the weekends. We know that. And so there's a lot of food insecurity happening. And so weekly we have these wonderful volunteers that you're going to see in a minute. They pack kid-friendly, easy to make meals. Everything's shelf stable because once they go home, we don't know when they're going to make it to the refrigerator. So it has to be shelf stable.
Both Wiersma and Howell work day in and day out trying to make a difference.
Even though we don't have direct contact with the students, every clothing bag we send out, every food bag, every book, every STEM project, it leads to a story and building on someone's experiencing, and where every little one is a rippling impact.
Those little tiny pieces that we can help support make all the difference, I think, in creating community and empathy and compassion.
With multiple programs set in place, ranging from clothing drives to food bags, book drives to STEM projects, United Way of Eastern Idaho is helping make a difference to the 41% of Idaho families who fall below the ALICE threshold.
So what our goal is to really help lift those families with our programs. Our SOAR After School program is free childcare for a few hours after school. We're also helping feed that family. There's also, of course, the weekend food bags. So that's adding a little extra bonus food in the household and things like that. So that's our why is ALICE.
To support the United Way of Eastern Idaho and see a full list of programs, head to their website at unitedwayif.org. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Austin Pace. TV star and singer Juliette Angelo is putting on a concert celebrating Patsy Cline in Rexburg on Saturday, May 24th. Student reporter Elise Kraut has the story.
Actress and singer Juliette Angelo, known for her role as Emily Fornell on NCIS, is set to take the stage for a heartfelt tribute concert honoring the legendary Patsy Cline. Angelo has a deep connection to Cline's music. With her roots in performance and a lifelong love of storytelling, Angelo says the tribute is more than just a concert, it's personal.
Honestly, I felt a connection to her more personally. She had a similar relationship with her dad like I had with mine, and I think that's why so much of her music resonated with me. You can't hide your soul when you sing, and I think that's why her music always connected with me.
Patsy Cline made history as the first solo female artist inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, paving the way for generations of performers. Her crossover from country to pop marked a groundbreaking moment in music history. Angelo has been performing her Patsy Cline tribute concerts for about a year and hopes to continue for as long as possible. She is sponsored by Teton Guitars in Idaho Falls and is looking to expand her performances through the Idaho region. Angelo's voice effortlessly transports you back to the 1950s, capturing the era's charm with a tone that beautifully echoes Patsy Cline's iconic sound. The show, Angelo says, is not your typical tribute performance.
I think oftentimes when you see a tribute show, you think of one thing, and this is so different. It's very personal, it's very authentic, it's just me and my guitar. I hope people just take away an hour and a half of peace and just to escape into, music and human connection.
Whether you're a lifelong Patsy Cline fan or new to her music, the tribute concert promises a heartfelt evening of song, memory, and connection. The concert is this Saturday at the Romance Theater in Rexburg. Doors open at 6:30. You can order your tickets at idahofallsart.org. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Elise Kraut.
These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio evening headlines for May 23rd, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Austin Pace.